Hey guys, Victoria here, and welcome to the Geeky Sandbox. So we're going to do a quick non-spoiler review over the movie Top Gun Maverick. So Top Gun Maverick is one of those movies where I definitely wasn't sure it was something I wanted to see, and I finally went to go see it on my own a couple of weeks ago. When it comes to the drive-in, I don't like to go along. I really prefer to go with Steven, and in this case, Steven was out of town with some family, and so I was like, you know what, I really want to go treat myself. What is out right now? Oh my god, nothing else is out. Okay, all signs are pointing to me to go see Top Gun Maverick. And so I treated myself, took my car out, went to go see Top Gun Maverick, got me some snacks and everything. I had a blast. And let me just tell you guys what Top Gun Maverick is about, just in case some of you don't know what this is whatsoever. And while I have you guys, don't forget I am a part of the Audible Content Creator Program, so feel free to use the code in the description. It is audibletrial.com/thegeek. If you use that code there, you get a free Audible book. So if there's something that you have been looking forward to reading or listening to, you can start a free trial with Audible for about 30 days. But anyways, back to the review. So Top Gun, what is Top Gun? So the original Top Gun actually came out in 1986, for those of you who don't know. It follows the story of a daredevil Navy pilot ace named Maverick, well, codename Maverick, but his real name is Pete Mitchell. And he's very hard-headed. He likes to push the limits, and he's just an elite guy. And so of course it makes sense that he gets into an elite fighter school. So in time, like, he learns to just kind of get outside of himself, but like it's what makes him that, like I said, daredevil and impulsive young pilot that helps him beat the odds of a lot of things that they will face while in this Top Gun program. And so of course a lot of things happen, mainly, and obviously this is a spoiler for the 1986 Top Gun. For those of you who plan on watching it, go ahead and pause here. Now, there will not be any spoilers for Top Gun Maverick, but just making it clear, there will be a spoiler for Top Gun 1986.
A few moments later.
So in Top Gun 1986, Maverick loses one of his best friends, Goose. Goose dies when his head hits the F-14 canopy. Whenever they are going down, they're supposed to eject, and then he hits his head, and Maverick is the only one that survives. Now, there's a lot of questions that comes with that, like, was it Maverick who sabotaged it? Was it Maverick being selfish? There are a lot of questions that come into question with that. So they kind of like carry stuff like that on to this second film. So before I get too far, let me tell you about the description of what Top Gun Maverick is about, which is what you guys are here to review. It takes place more than 30 years after the events of the first film, and obviously Maverick is still that top aviator in the Navy, and he's still like pushing the envelope and like doing crazy things as a test pilot, and he does not want to rank up right now, and it's baffling to everybody, and he just feels comfortable where he is. And maybe a lot of that has to do with what happened to Goose. He doesn't feel like he deserves to move up. There's a very, very, very huge mission that's very dangerous that comes up, and they need somebody that can teach these graduates within Top Gun how to get past the obstacles they're going to face. And so who do they turn to? Of course, they turn to Maverick. And so Maverick, well, and just way out of his element, is put into a teaching role, and he has to teach these like detached graduates how to prepare for this special assignment. And so he obviously has to confront the ghost of his past. Obviously, we know that that means that it has to do with Goose's son, who we see in the trailer, Rooster, who is played by Miles Teller. With that being said, in regards to the characters, obviously Tom Cruise does great as Maverick. I don't ever feel like there's a Tom Cruise role that feels weird. It just feels like, oh my god, that's Tom Cruise. And I feel like Tom Cruise kind of has Will Smith's star power in regard to, you see the actor because they're so big. I still feel like Tom Cruise was able to blend into Maverick, which he's never really had a problem with. And I thought that was awesome after that many years of not playing that character, you know? And in having your newcomers like Glenn Powell and Miles Teller and John Hamm and just people like that coming in and being able to just kind of jump into the story, Monica and Barbero, and just being able to just kind of join the narrative and kind of create these other memorable characters. Jay Ellis, I forgot to mention him as well. You just have a lot of fun and new characters, all very different, that can kind of hold up their own as well. And then you also have people like Jennifer Connelly who came back just to rejoin the story. And it was nice to see those familiar faces and get to know new faces as well. And I thought the cast worked very well together. Of course, with it being like Top Gun and, you know, it being this whole teaching setting, you're going to have this editing flow that kind of makes it to where you may not get a lot of time with a lot of characters, but like, you get what you need and with who you need, you know? Obviously, this is a story about the ghosts of the past, right? So you're going to get more of Miles Teller's Rooster in there and more of Tom Cruise's Maverick. And you're going to get more of the newcomers, right? Like Monica and Jay and Glenn's Hangman, Payback, and Phoenix. You're going to get people like that. And Bob, who's played by Lewis Pullman. You're going to get people like that that are just coming in and they're not the main actors of the film, but like they're a part of the larger ensemble that help carry the story, right? Especially Monica Barbero. I really thought that she did a great job with the time that she did have on screen. But with that being said, yeah, I've truly believed everything that each character felt in regard to the ones that had like a lot of lines, right? Like, especially with somebody like John Hamm, I believe that he really did want what was best for the group of kids, right? Like, he was very reluctant to bring someone like Maverick back in who was problematic, did things kind of like not by the book, and John Hamm's character is by the book. And so it was nice just to kind of see that dynamic between the two of them. I like that. And just before I get too far, the movie is directed by Joseph Kosenski, and he recently was a part of the movie Spiderhead, which hopefully I will be able to do a review over Spiderhead because I truly enjoy Spiderhead. In regard to the script, I thought the story was fine, honestly. I didn't think there was anything dull about it. I thought it was a nice adventure because that was one of the things that was pulling me and Steven away from seeing it, was that it was just going to be like kind of a boring rehash of everything, like a boring rehash of revenge, right? But yeah, so there were those tones of like revenge and things like that, but it was more to the story than that, and more layers than I thought there were gonna be, and more that the characters walked away with learning. And we have Aaron Kruger, Eric Warren Singer, and Christopher McQuarrie to thank for that. I think the work they were able to put together with this script was great. If I can walk away from a movie and be surprised and feel like, you know what, that was fun. Like, there were moments where I was like gasping. There were moments where I was actually worried. I don't know. Like, I think stuff like that, maybe even a little sad, that's really awesome to me. And I understood why people had a good time with this movie. You guys know how much I love Hans Zimmer. Of course, we have like Lady Gaga and a few other artists that were a part of the whole music process with Top Gun in regard to songs that were dropped. But Hans Zimmer, man, I enjoy a good Hans Zimmer score. I mean, where do we start? Gladiator, The Last Samurai, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Dark Knight trilogy, Inception, Interstellar, like Dune recently. Like, there's a lot that Hans Zimmer has done in regard to the film score world. Please don't stop ever. I love it. I love it so much. One of my friends, Kristina, if you guys haven't, follow her on Twitch at KLou Colorado. I will put her links in the description and her link on the screen here. But she was one of the people that was talking about the way the film was shot in regard to the cinematography. She's like, if you don't see this movie for anything else, see it for those shots that they were able to capture with them flying. You know, they had a nice mixture of CG and then like practical effects in there, and I thought that was a really nice mix. And going back to what I said about like the stunts, obviously Tom Cruise is known to always do his own stunts, and I feel like with everything that happened with the real tragedy from the first film, from what I read, I appreciate that they took extra precautions, even if Mr. Cruise feels like he can do it, that they took every extra step that they could to be really safe, because stunt performances, and they're just, it's very dangerous. It's an art and it's a craft, and it takes you have to just do it for so long in order for you, and sometimes even people that have been doing it for years, things happen. So I appreciate the love and care that they put into making sure that it was a safe environment to be able to perform. But yeah, with that, guys, what do I rate Top Gun Maverick? I rate Top Gun Maverick 3 out of 5 geeks. What do you guys think? Have any of you in the comments seen Top Gun Maverick? I know it's out, because it did so well just in kind of like a couple of random spots. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a like rating down below. And if you are new around here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get more videos like this one. Be on the lookout for either Thor as the next one or another one, maybe horror. But yeah, I'll see you guys a little later.